Welcome to Muffin News with your host, Muffin.
Welcome back to another episode of Muffin News with your host, me. So to bring you some breaking news, we actually have a new kill leader. Yes, a new kill leader. So step aside every other Pokemon that was last week's kill leader because we have a brand new one of Raging Bolt. Yes, Raging Bolt got an impressive reverse sweep 6-0 kill. So they got 6 kills in a reverse sweep and they were the only Pokemon left alive. They somehow did it. Earning them first place in kill leader spot. Now, will they keep that spot? Who knows? But all I can just say, that game was... I don't even want to think about it because I don't even understand how that even happened. Anyway, we have some very fun games, very interesting games this week, and I'm very excited to see how they go. Just remember, as always, to have fun when you play. Anyway, I'm going to pass over to Other Muffin to break down those battles. Alright, welcome to week 3. Let's get through it. So first we have Ditto versus Prince. We have the luckiest man alive versus the funniest team alive. Honestly, this is actually going to be one of the matches you do not want to miss. Across all divisions, this is the match you want to tune in for because no matter what happens, someone's going to have a good time. And it's usually going to be the viewers because Prince always brings the most unorthodox sets you can ever imagine compared to Ditto, where their luck is just unimaginable. So we'll see. This is very much the battle, not of David and Goliath. This is the battle of Goliath versus Goliath. So I'm very actually excited to see who wins this overall, because even looking at their teams, they're sort of evenly matched in some way, shape, or form. I mean, you know, Crocodile, Cerulege, even Annihilate do very well into this team. I know they had the Masquerada that you would say, oh, but Masquerada absolute slams team. Not really with the Galarian Zapdos right there. Even the Fortress, that Masquerada gotta be very, very careful. And it's insane that Glasgow also got to be very careful. I mean, you can't really have to stack this team. It'll be really interesting to see what they actually bring. But overall, like on paper, this is a very even match. And knowing both of these players, it's also quite an even match. It just depends of how Ditto wants to play and whether Prince is locked in, ready to go. So all the best to both of them. I can't decide who wins. I think it's a 50-50. Anyway, next we have W versus Emmy. So this is going to be a very interesting battle. I actually got it wrong. I thought W was versing Books, but I read the wrong week because I'm an idiot. Do I have it correct? Hopefully I do. If I don't, sue me. Anyway, what do I think of this team as I yawn? Very interesting. I think W could do it potentially, but they do need to be very careful of things like the Gouging Fire, the Torn T as well. Torn T's coverage moves hits most things, because I believe it does get like poison moves. So you know, Primarina is not really much of your wall. Mud can only take so many hurricanes before it has to before it's useless. So gotta be very, very careful on that front. But in saying that, you know, position your Ogerpon correctly and it will win you games. I am a firm believer in the Ogerpon sweep, and that's all you gotta do. Position it correctly and you'll win. Anyway, moving on. First we have Agar versus Martin. Now I'm gonna put my entire faith in Agar just after Martin's performance last week. I don't know what that was. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go back and just go to Keldeo section and just watch it, because I don't know what that was. But look, honestly, Agar needs to capitalize on the fact that Martin's a bit off their game right now. So if Agar capitalize that, he'll be just fine. Then we have Zom versus Tweed. Now this is going to be a very interesting game. Zom potentially lost against the weather team. I think, and I'm looking at this team. Oof. There's some massive threats, but I think I gotta give it to Zom. I think Zom can overcome the threats that are there. To be honest, because I'm just trying to think, what is your Palafin check in reality? Because Palafin does also get Ice Punch, so you can't really rely on the situation, especially after it's chipped. So what is your Palafin check? I guess Latias, but once again, that Ice Punch is right there, which Ice Punch actually goes ham into this team, funnily enough. Like possibly Wheezing, but from Wheezing you kind of just invite the Petron, who then can slow Parting Shot into something else. So I actually don't know what you do against Palafin, so it'll be very interesting to see your game plan there. But all the best to you guys. Up next we have the Monotype versus Barry. Honestly, in reality, I look at this, I'm like, okay, get Trick Room, Chili out into your Ursaluna, and pretty much win from there, because even like nothing wants to take Ursaluna. I'm taking my bet that they're just gonna have to go like max defense, because nothing takes out a guts Ursaluna. Nothing's taking that. So honestly, I'm putting my faith in the Trick Room team, because Trick Room will obliterate this. Then we have Brooks versus Enrico. Honestly, the Sun team once again kind of goes ham. I mean, you do have the Entei there to benefit from the Sun, but other than that, I'm probably expecting there's going to be some chilly plays. There's going to have to be some chilling plays, but you also got to be very careful with the Glow Kings. You do have threats like Roaring Moon, Great Tusk, even Heatran with Earth Power. Gotta be very careful. So, but I do think the weather is going to win this. And if I'm going through this really fast, yes, I am, because I'm on a time crunch. Next, we have I didn't correct the spelling mistake this time, but you know who it is. Versus Relin. Honestly, you gotta be very careful with this Spectre, because that Ditto is right there just to take all your boosts. If you're not behind sub and you get a few boosts, that Ditto will just take it and then just run miles. And I'm talking miles with it. So I think you probably leave Spectre at home, to be honest. I don't think you want to risk the Spectre to come. In saying that, I actually don't know who wins this. I think this is another 50-50 battle, because I look at both teams, I'm like, they kind of, it's kind of the game of, okay, you take a Pokemon, I'll revenge kill. You take a Pokemon, I'll revenge kill. Okay, back and forth. It's just kind of, it looks like that type of battle, because, you know, okay, you got Glowing Weezing. How do you stop Glowing Weezing? I mean, you have Registeel right there. Oh no, okay, cool. I just go into my Sandy Sharks. Oh no, I now have Clodsire, Milo, or a very bulky Milotic, to cover up. I got my boost with Spectre. Ditto just comes in to ruin that. So it'd be very interesting to see what they do. I do definitely believe the Spectre comes home. If the Spectre does come, it's pretty much going to be an endgame Spectre, especially if that Ditto's dead. If the Ditto's still alive and the Spectre isn't behind sub and has some boost, I think it's just game over from there. Unless they scarf their own Spectre, which would be hilarious. And that was every battle. All the best for you guys. All the best with everyone playing here. I'm going to pass it over to Other Muffin. And thank you, Other Muffin, for making out those teams. I know it had to be super fast, but I am a bit of a time crunch this week. But I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. If you did enjoy, maybe consider watching another video on that side next to me. Or even the other side next to me. You know, go watch other videos by the other divisions. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.